more confident car buying experience. So LeBron James said this week he will not waive the no trade clause with the Cavs. Okay, he's like, no, I'm not. You can't trade me. You can't trade me. Here's LeBron. You can't trade me. Do we have that? So LeBron James basically came out and said, I'm here for the long haul. I'm not leaving. I made a commitment to this city. Here's LeBron James.
No, I'm not listen, I'm here for the long haul. I'm here for this season right now to try to, figure out ways we can still compete. I couldn't give up on my teammates like that. I couldn't do that. I just couldn't do it. We put too much into the game, every single day. We go out and prepare, even though win, lose, or draw. At the end of the day, we are brothers and we understand that. So, I owe it to my teammates to finish the season out, no matter how it ends up. So, no, I would never waive my no trade clause.
All right, fine. Let's just think about the big picture, the brand of LeBron. It sort of matters. If he stays in Cleveland and loses to Kyrie in Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, bad look for the brand. You're no longer the man, not even in the East. If he gets past Boston but loses to Golden State again in the finals, bad look for the brand. Dude, how many of those finals have you lost? I mean, MJ was 6 for 6. I mean, what are you going to go, like 3-20? Bad look for the brand. If you bolt Cleveland and leave them high and dry, that ain't great for the brand either. Doug Gottlieb said yesterday on Speak for Yourself, he said, allowing yourself to be traded to the Lakers would not be a terrible thing.
There's two ways to go here. Either you force Dan Gilbert to trade that that top pick that you got from Brooklyn, right? And if you do so, you're going to leave nothing except bad contracts behind.
What?
But if you get traded, now all of a sudden you're going to leave. You're like, look, I left, they traded me, and I left them with their pick and with some other players in return.
It's not a bad idea. You allow Cleveland to get something. The Lakers would give you Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, something, starters, something. There's no expectations if you go to the Lakers mid-season. Nobody expects you to walk into that roster. They're about 6 games out of a playoff spot. Maybe you could get to the 8th seed. It'd be a win. And third is, then you spend the next 3.5 months recruiting Paul George. Win, win, win. I mean, listen, you can also make the argument Chris Broussard did yesterday, is that going to the West has always been in LeBron's plans.
LeBron has no appetite for getting back to the finals and getting crushed. He won't be as motivated as he should be, and as a result, the players will feed off of that negatively. You should wait till 2019, in my opinion, because the landscape will be much clearer. Like the Lakers. Okay, if you wait till 2019, you'll know what those young kids are more than you do now. Or Philadelphia, Joel Embiid. If you go now, you'll say, is he going to stay healthy? If you wait till 2019, maybe you'll be able to see, okay, 2 full seasons, Embiid's been healthy. I could go there and help them.
Listen, I don't think the Lakers and allowing yourself to be traded is bad for the brand. Losing to Kyrie's bad for the brand. Losing to the Warriors is bad for the brand. Bolting Cleveland's bad for the brand. Sit down with Dan Gilbert. Trade me to L.A., and you know what it'll be? It'll be the forgotten second half. I mean, Michael Jordan had a year he broke his leg. He retired twice. We call him the greatest of all time. LeBron's been on this 14-year escalator, right? Okay, then he has a year, then it goes down a little. And then next year, Lakers, Paul George, LeBron James, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma. I don't think it's a terrible idea. This year, be the one on Valentine's who orders early. 18 pink and red roses, $29.99. Go to 1-800-Flowers.com. Put in the code HERD. I was just reading. I got a couple of texts here this morning as we talk kind of fluidly about the Josh McDaniels situation in the NFL. It's National Letter of Intent Day, and that's a big day for college football, but also being flipped was Josh McDaniel, who is now a member again, retaining his home in New England, Massachusetts, and staying there. And one of my sources just texted me. Hold on. I want to do this. This is called opinionism. Hold on one second. The wife had a big say in this. Don't kid yourself on this. Don't kid yourself on this. This came down to a lot of things, but she wasn't into Indy like everybody else was into Indy.
Was this your wife that texted you that?
That was not my wife saying that. No, this was an NFL source saying on the McDaniel situation, like, wife's not into it. Good luck making that move. Like, I understand sports fan, 20-year-old kid. Like, I totally get this. We can all hear a story and consume it. If you're 20 years old and you've never been married and you've never had kids, when I was 20 years old, I just go wherever I wanted to go. I mean, it didn't matter. I got my first job. I was in college. Then I said, I'm going to Vegas. I left before I had my degree. I'm going to Vegas. And then I was like, I'm not married yet. I'm going to Tampa. And I got married, and I was like, okay, are you willing to go to Portland with me? Yeah. Should we go to Portland? Yeah. Okay. Then you move together. And then you go to ESPN. And then you go to Fox. And then like, when you're 20, your perspective's different. But Josh McDaniels is 41 with 4 kids. And by the way, Boston schools, nothing against Indianapolis, are probably better than Indianapolis schools. Boston's got 51 universities. It is a very academic-leaning city.
Well, they're younger kids. They're not yet in college.
You know what? The prep schools in the New England area,
yeah, they're good.
They are, listen, I lived in Connecticut. 41 boarding or prep schools. Like, you can say what you want about Connecticut. It's not the best place I've ever lived. But education, it is #1 by a mile. And that region of the country, school is because you don't have the weather. You don't have all the weather options. It's cold there all the time. But you can brag about the schools, and they deserve the praise. And wife said,